I messed it up a little bit. I messed it up. It's okay. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing the thing. It's been a week. I haven't seen you in a week. I'm sick right now, and you can't tell. I'm going to wear myself out 10 minutes in. I got this new thing over here. It's pretty cool, and you guys can still see me over here. That's weird. I missed you more than Michael Sybil. Whoa, no, Julian, stay here. What are you doing? We're having a good time over here, all right? We got a lot going on. I'm in if Julian is leaving. Okay, never mind. Go. Oh, man. Just so y'all know, I do have a very sneaky way. I'm trying to turn this little camera here into a channel point reward. I know how to do it. I just haven't set it up yet. And since I haven't set it up, it doesn't work. But for now, I just have this fun little view right here. Hi, everybody. You can see everything. I'm exposed right now. This is my setup. A lot of you haven't seen this before. This is my setup. This is the soundboard. Oh. This is pretty cool. I don't have this. I don't have this camera on right now, but if I did, I could still switch between those. So yeah, it's fun. It's a nice little setup. It's gonna be expanded very quickly. I ordered 2 more webcams. You can't see it behind me right now, but it's like right there. 7 out of 10 setup needs cute AV crew. True, very true. We'll get you back in here. I'm making sure you have fun toys to play with for next time to overwhelm you. That's that's all that's happening. All right. This is the same setup I use for my chatterbait. Shout out. You wanna link that to chat? Never mind, don't do that. Wait, what's today? Today's the editing stream. I'm gonna show you guys my editing process. It's only fun if I'm also scared. Poot is on one. Shout out to Poot. It's been a minute. It's been a week, actually. We got a couple things going on. My father just texted me. Should I ban him? No. He's an integral part of this stream now. Don't ban Ethan. I thought I modded him. Hold on a second. Why is Eric not modded? Who unmodded Eric? Guys, we got to be nice to each other. All right, so in the spirit of today, I gotta show everybody the news. Hold on. Pokimane took a week off. I keep talking about fucking Pokimane too. She just keeps popping up. Pokimane took a week off because her stream contract with Twitch came out or was done, and so she took a week off to come back to announce the new platform she's going to be on. And to everybody's surprise, she's staying on Twitch. No one's surprised. This makes the second streamer to come out and say that they're going to be staying on the platform that they're already on. We're all so surprised. Yeah, in the same week. So, whatever that means. So I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff today. And we're gonna good job, Pokemon. One of the most important things we're gonna be talking about is how to edit things, and it's gonna be mixed in with some other things. So in the spirit of the editing stream, I'll have to start it out with the. We gotta start out with the YouTube intro. For the rest of chat. Oh, hold on. I gotta fix this because it's overlay. So everybody get your high YouTubes ready because now's the time to do the high YouTubes. Bianca, you're also here saying hi. Welcome. Let me get my pen and paper. Great. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Today's a big day because today I'm going to teach you how to become big and famous. That's right. Me, the person who's been looking for an editor for the past 5 months. Finally, I'm going to make one out of you tonight. Not only am I going to teach you how to edit the videos, I'm going to teach you how to stream properly for those videos, and how to, as a little bonus, extra little bit, I'm going to teach you how to make titles and thumbnails for those videos. Look, editing is too hard. I gotta take this jacket off. Fucking pumped. All right. My Bape shirt. I've been sick for the past 2 days, so I keep on getting waves of too hot and too cold. So I'll probably put the jacket back on in 20 minutes. So, without further ado, you're giving away a skill set. That shit costs money. Maybe I'm pregnant. Maybe I am. All right. So, here's the meat and potatoes. Here's the important thing, right? There's not just you stream and then you edit. You're hot and then you're cold. Oh God, it's coming in. Hold on, I got it. There's so much going on here. It's been a week since I've seen y'all. So, but hey, we're doing it. Everything's distracting me. All right, sorry. Breathe, Michael. Rule number 1, make sure your hair is looking luxurious. Thank you. Make sure your MLG soundboard is ready.
Whoa, get it.
All right. Number 2. Oh, God, you guys are doing... All right, I'm going to let y'all do what you're doing. I wrote a script. I wrote a script, and you can see it. You can see it right here. This is my script for the night. God, you guys. So here's how it's going to work, all right? I, your gracious and loving host who has many technical skill sets that I'm going to teach you tonight, I'm going to take you through 3 different steps of the process, right? We're going to have the how to stream 4 videos, how to edit those videos, and then how to essentially promote the videos because that's the title and thumbnail. And if you !vid right now, you'll see that a video posted an hour ago. Maybe. There it is. Thank you, Nightbot. You'll see that there's a new video out. And I made it. Very special. And it has a lot of things that I'm going to talk about in here. So please go and watch it. Not right now, because we're doing the important part. All right, so how to stream to edit. This is step 1, the most very, very actually most important step. Anybody who knows me is a fix it. The term is fix it in post, right? I'm the fix it in pre-production. The Hunter sent me a picture actually. It said fix it in pre, and it's very true. You don't fix it in post. You fix it before you do anything else. So the fixing it in the post for this would be, or fixing it in the pre-production in this would be, you have to structure the streams correctly. You have to structure segments of your stream. Now, here's the thing that you don't really want to stay. No, oh, God. Writes Michael thinks he's a fix-it dude. Oh, God. Bye, Bianca. Thanks for hanging out for a minute. Oh, God. Y'all are just having your own time right now. Okay. So, I keep saying so. I notice this a lot because I have to take them out of my edits. What does it look like to structure your stream segments correctly? Well, what that means, Streamlabs mid. I'm using OBS Studio. Streamlabs is mid. What up, Streamlabs? What are you guys talking about? I'm just gonna keep going. I hope you know that. I'm just gonna keep going. Who? God, this is getting off the rails so quickly. But I need to go into. Hold on, you're gonna not hear anything actually because I muted it. But who do I think is? And I keep saying his name too. People are gonna be like, "Wow, I'm so surprised." But who do I think is the best at structuring a stream? That's right. It's Ludwig. Ludwig and Pay Money Wubby. I think that they're both like the best, like the top notch. Like you should be learning from them how to structure a stream to make them engaging and fun and entertaining. And I want to say, oh, thank you for the Prime sub, Julian. I appreciate it. Shout out. I need to turn this back up so I can hear it. Yes, your Wubby sevens, your and Alive sevens as well. Appreciated. Now I do want to say, if your plans are not to be the next Ludwig, and you just like want to stream you playing video games as like highlights for yourself or for your friends, that's totally fine. Skip to step 2. This not as important. What you do need to do though is you need to look at what the other people are doing and how they're doing it, and structure your stuff the way that you like to watch it. So they structure their streams usually in like a 3-part structure, right? They got, I'm dying. They got a 2 to 3 segments per stream. And what I mean by that is that they're not streaming the same exact thing for 7 hours straight. That's kind of insane. What they do, like, for example, a basic Wubby stream would be what I would call like the pre-show, which is just talking, hanging out, watching videos, reacting to things, talking about news, stuff like that. And then you have the show, which is the idea for the stream. So it'd be like today, it would be how to edit a stream video or how to edit in general. And then the post-show, which is usually like him playing video games. For Ludwig, it's very similar. It's the pre-shows talking about news, Reddit, TikTok, whatever. Then you do the normal thing that you're going to do for your entire stream. And then you do your post-show, which is like, again, usually games. And the reason why that works is because you have 3 different videos that you can get from that. And those 3 different videos can be used to target 3 different audiences. You got the current events people that like just want to keep up with what's going on the internet, with the talking about the news and like looking at Reddit and stuff. And then you got the show, which is like the fun thing that you're doing for the day. And then you got games for the people who want to watch you play games. And I think that that's great. I don't personally play games, so don't look at me for that one. I have my own opinions on how that works and why I don't like to play games on stream. That's semantics for a different time. That's what you should be doing if you're streaming. Like very honest to God, very like bring everything down to earth. You want to grow as a person on the internet. You want to create things for people to watch online. You want a bigger audience. You want a bigger platform. That's what you're going to do. You're going to make multiple segment streams, and you're going to make videos out of those multiple segments. And not only is this good for your streams, and it's not only good for the videos, but when you go to edit them, like if I were to take I should say, the reason why it takes me so long to edit like spelling bee or hot take is because I have to take that 3-hour stream and cut it all the way down. Whereas recently, the other things that I've been doing, like the video that just came out, the World of Warcraft video, that was 40 minutes. That was 40 minutes I had to cut down to like 20, and that's so much easier. That takes so much less time. And so if I stream for 3 hours like I usually plan to do, then I'm streaming 3-hour-long sections that are all going to be their own videos. And it's great. And Ludwig has his own video. I talk about it in a lot of things. It's going to be in a video coming out on Thursday as well, which is his video that's like how it's watch this before. Yeah, don't start streaming before watching this. And he talks about how to stream for YouTube, for YouTube videos and how to structure your stuff for video. So here's how we do it, right? Here's how I do it. I currently do like 1 or 2 segments, and I want to get to 3 because, my God, it would be so much better. And I believe that I currently do bigger streams better than I do my smaller streams. So like when I set up a specific show like Ask an Andy or Lie to Me or something like that, I should have 2 to 3 segments for them. And I do kind of for Ask an Andy. We have the Ask an Andy part, and then like the what's it called? We have Ask an Andy, and then the Am I the Asshole? And it works, and it's great. And if I were to cut those into videos, which I haven't done before yet, they'd be 2 separate videos, and that's great. But then I have things like, where am I on this script? I don't have the whole thing scripted out. It's like footnotes, really. Oh, okay. Like, so like shows like Ask an Andy, those have like multiple segments. The review show's another one of those that's going to have like multiple segments. But then we have like Spelling Bee and Hot Take, which don't have different segments, and they are just like one big thing that is split up into different sections because there's different rounds. So I think that that's like a good balance. So how do we do a segment, right? I feel like I'm Devin Nash right now, just like talking to y'all about unimportant things. We'll get to the editing, I promise. We're almost there. So how do we structure? Well, we talked about structuring a stream with 3 different segments. How do we structure those segments? Well, like any good TV show or movie or any story that you've ever encountered, book, maybe, anime, for the weebs, everything follows a very simple 3-act structure, right? You got Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. You have the setup, you have the stakes, and the playing around, and then you have the conclusion. So Act 1 is the introduction to the idea, the stakes. For example, on Thursday, I'm doing a you laugh, you lose, but if I spin the wheel, or if I laugh, I spin the wheel, and I have to do a punishment, right? Very clear, very established. It's a you laugh, you lose, funny videos. If I laugh, I get a punishment. Those are the stakes, and a little bit of goofing around at the beginning as well to, establish everything well. And then Act 2 would be me doing the you laugh, you lose, and doing the punishments, and introducing like some twists or like letting chat interact in some way. Stuff like that. And then Act 3 would be like the conclusion to the stakes, the like final nail in the coffin. You succeeded or you failed miserably, and that's the end of that, right? That's a great, simple three structure way of making something. And this needs to be for everything that you make that you want to be good and interesting. Of course, there's like something different, which would be like highlight videos, and that's totally fine too. You don't have to do structures for highlight videos. Wubby does Pay Money Wubby. Pay Money Wubby does mostly highlight videos. They're not like entirely structured, but they do have their own merit to like the way that they're done. Some of them, like this one, the Cooking for My Dad, the burger cook-off one. That one has an established like beginning, middle, and end. Things like why TLC is in hot water is just news. And most of it's just stream highlights, and that's totally fine. I think it's great. I think it works perfectly fine. But his everything in the beginning, what I'm trying to get at, all of this rambling, what I'm trying to get at is that you, if you want to grow, and you don't have to, it's just if you want to, and you want to grow well, you have to structure things, and you have to plan, and you have to make them good, right? The Ludwig video says you make a video and you add stakes to it, and then you tell people what the stakes are in a conclusion. Boom, super easy, and I just drew it out to a longer section for your entertainment. And then, okay, so if this is done well, Sorry, I keep looking like I'm looking at a script because I'm fucking looking at a script. If you can do this well, you're going to take what would have been like a 7-hour stream or a 3-hour stream of you just like playing a game, and you turn it into these little sections where you have 3 different videos in 3 different sections instead of one video from a longer section, if that makes sense. And then you have to cut down less, and I do what I want. Thank you, Relly. But I want to make it very clear. It's super important. It is so super important that you know what you're going to do. Even if you're not making a stream video, right? Even if you're just making a video like straight for YouTube, you don't just walk into it and just start making something. You have a plan, usually, whether it's in your head or you wrote it down, and you set it up, and you write, or you like record the video, and then you cut the video afterwards. Know what you're going to do. Yes, very important. I hope Greg and Hunter are both in here. Otherwise, Saturday I'm going to rip them apart. To be fair, I don't think that what they do is bad. I just think they could be better. And I think the same for myself. Now we're going to get to the part that everybody is probably here for, which is the editing part. I keep on opening the same thing. Let me get over here. By the way, if y'all have questions about things, you can ask. I'm going to get through this script for the YouTube video. Let me open up. Let's do this one. Okay. Let me do this. Before I show you guys. So I'm going to get through this script and explain to you guys my process before we go into like the nitty gritty of how to edit, right? I'm enjoying my peanut butter crackers, so my brain isn't working for questions. That's cool. Get fucking amped. Oh, okay, thank you. I noticed y'all are being quiet, and I'm very certain that you're not quiet because you're fucking bored. I'm assuming that you're quiet because you're listening, like I'm lecturing you. Which is good, because that's what this stream is you're getting fucking learned today. This is what's going on. All right, so here I'm in Premiere. If someone were to ask me right now what they should use to edit, I would say anything but Premiere. Because it's so frustrating because it like works 70% of the time. I'm listening to information from the professor. There will be a quiz afterwards. I hope you're all taking notes. There's 2 things that I always tell people when they ask me what they should be. Hold on, let me put this up because there's a big gap there. There we go. There's 2 things I always tell people when they ask me what softwares they should learn for editing, and the first answer is whatever you can find that seems like it'll work. That's usually like Premiere, and that's okay. If I could go back in time and choose what I would learn how to edit on, it would be DaVinci Resolve. It's free, and it does more, and it doesn't crash every 5 minutes. But if you want to learn something that can do it all, and is free, and is insanely good at everything, it would be Blender. Learn Blender. That is my thing. If I could learn any software at all and know it inside and out, it'd be Blender. DaVinci Resolve game rise up. It's true. DaVinci Resolve is so good for what it is. All right. So let's get into it. How to edit for YouTube. This is specifically for YouTube because there's editing for other things. But this is editing nonetheless. So you have here an entire video, right? This is 3 hours of me making bad t-shirts. that got cut down to this 13 minutes of me making bad t-shirts. How do you get from this to this? There's an important first thing that we need to talk about is how long do you make the video, right? Very honest question, a very frequent question that I see. And the answer is as long as it needs to be. No more and no less. Don't make it too long. Don't make it too short. If you got a 6-minute video, you can say something, say something. If you got a 6-minute video, you got a 6-minute video. If you got a 20-minute video, you got a 20-minute video. That's fine. Don't worry about it. All right? It needs to be exactly as long as it needs to be. That's it. And it's the most difficult part because it's very hard to know when it's done, and it takes a lot of practice to know when it's done. But follow along, and it'll be a lot easier, all right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to take this entire clip right here, and you need to cut it down. What do I mean by cut it down? Well, you can see here that I have this starting soon screen, and so I would come in here, and I have hotkeys. So you can do it the old-fashioned way where you take the razor, you come here, you cut it, you switch back, you come here, you press delete, right-click, ripple delete, and you're done, right? You can do that. Totally fair, totally fine. Very great, but I have hotkeys, so. Oh, okay. Actually, this is great. Let's go through this point. Someone in a YouTube group on Facebook told everyone that they should make videos 10 minutes plus long or she won't watch. And I was just like, because it was dumb when someone makes videos can't be expanded that long or they won't make sense. Yeah, you are exactly correct. And I don't want to sound like I'm putting you on blast, but usually people who like make things and they put their advice and stuff on like Facebook groups and stuff, or even like on Reddit, they usually don't know what they're talking about, and they usually don't know how to take advice well. Do you want to know when it's important to make a video 10 minutes plus? When it's 10 minutes plus. I know. I just said that, and I'm sitting here giving y'all a lecture from someone who has fucking 200 subs on YouTube. But I've been editing for like almost a decade now, so I know how to edit, and I've been doing this like for a long time. And the reason why I haven't succeeded in doing so yet is because every time that I get like a little bit ahead, I get in my head and I stop doing it. Because I get scared that it's going to be the thing that I end up having to do forever, and I think that that's not great. But, you know, regardless, even if the whole 10-minute plus thing was true, really the reason why the 10-minute rule existed in the first place was because that was the length for you to be able to put mid-rolls in your video if you were able to monetize. And at the moment, I don't have to worry about that. And I shouldn't worry about that ever. And it's currently down to 8 minutes. So you can put mid-rolls in at 8 minutes now. So, hey, whatever, man. Don't sweat it. But the most important thing that you should be worrying about when you're making a video for any platform is whenever it's actually good. You don't need to worry about the... Well, I was like, what's going on? I got really confused for a second. But you don't need to worry about monetizing ever, because if you're making good videos, people will watch. And if you're making videos to monetize the videos, people aren't going to watch. You'll get less viewers because you're thinking about the money. Ooh, that makes sense, at least from that standpoint. Mid-rolls and mid-rolls coming soon, true. So I so agree. I'm always worried about my video being good, so I rewatch it over and over. Good. So No thinking about the money. Yeah, never think about the money. Also, if you're doing this to make money, stop. It's not gonna work. If your sole purpose is like, look at these YouTubers making millions of dollars, that's the same thing as looking at like Leonardo DiCaprio on the fucking movie screen and going, that motherfucker's making so much money. I could do that. You can't. You can't, because that's not what that's not your prerogative. That only makes sense because you got to learn that lesson the hard way. Anyways, so what you do for cutting a video, right? You're going to go in and you're going to cut out all of the fluff. So for me, it would be going in. This is just talking about stuff with Greg and my YouTube video that I made about Ludwig. And then we get to the shirts, right? So I'm going to go over here and see. We're making bad shirts today. Right, so that's the beginning. So I cut out everything that happened before that, and we're going to look through and see if there's anything afterwards, which I know there's not, but you go and look anyway. Oh, there is actually. And then you cut out this. Then come over, homie. You can get some anytime. Your channel points back. You spend. All right. See you all on Saturday. Enjoy your evenings. I'm going now. Goodbye. Great. So now that we have that, then we have a cut down vid from 3 hours to 2.5. So what do? Well, you're going to keep cutting it down until you have what essentially is just. Now I'm oversimplifying it for a moment, but what you have is this, which is just a rough cut. Which there's a little bit extra in there at the moment, but I took all the extra little bits and pieces out. Julian's back. I did miss you. I noticed your presence was gone, and I got very concerned. Yes. What'd you miss? We're talking about editing, which we're now at the refining process. So after you cut out all of the pauses, unfunny jokes, weird interactions like me saying, haha, thank you. Oh, bet. Yeah, absolutely. That would be cut out of the video. You cut it down, and then this next part is very important. This next part is super important. I cannot stress to you how important this next part is. Holy shit, this part's so important. You have to watch the entire video as a rough cut all the way through. And you have to make note of when you get bored and cut it out. Cut out the parts where you get bored. Fuck them. They don't need to exist anymore. This is what we in the industry call killing your darlings or killing your babies. You take the things that are things that you wish could work, and very honestly, you can still take them. I have a couple of them that I've taken and just turn them into clips and like post them on TikTok or something. They're fine. You can do that, but they are not for the video. So take them out of there. Control A, then press delete. Yeah, just like this. This is exactly what you need to do with those parts. You gotta. Scrap the whole vid. It is horrible to call it, but that is actually, like, in the film industry, that is what it's called. It's called killing your darlings. Gooby entire video. So take it. Take the video, cut it down again. Without doing anything else to it. Take it again, cut it down. Watch it again. If you get bored, go back, cut it again. Make it really, really tight and really, really good. And then and only then you can move on to the next part. And that's where you're going to add effects. Effects like zoom-ins. Everyone look, penguins. Not a shirt idea. I'm going to make that into zoom-ins, overlays, all of this fun stuff, text like that. That's what you're going to add next, right? And after you add all of that, what are you going to do? That's right. You're going to go back through and you're going to watch it again. Sometimes you need to kill your child in the context of art. That's why you name your child Art. I like what you guys are talking over there. And then here's another important one I found a dude earlier who is much better at explaining it than I am because he's an editing nerd. His YouTube channel is Hillier Smith. All right, this is the guy who edits Logan Paul's videos, and he talks about pacing very well. And I don't know how to explain pacing very well because it's more of a feeling. Like, you got to get a feel for it. And I'm gonna be really honest, I haven't been doing too well with pacing in my videos recently. But he's great. He's wonderful at it. So absolutely, like, go watch some of his videos if you want to learn a lot more about editing, because they're very good. I watched like 6 of them in the past hour. And I know it only shows 3, but I did click through a bunch more on my phone. And they're really good. He's really good at what he does. And I like watch this guy. He's great. He's very good. Pacing is very important, and I feel like I didn't set a lot of my things up for good pacing. But, I mean, hey, that's, like, semantics. I'm way too harsh on myself. Everybody knows it. It's not a secret. Sybil will sit there and pat my back thinking that I'm going to make myself cry sometimes. Isn't that right? Why is that stupid Tesseract here? Stupid. Stupid Tesseract. Oh, that's is important. It's not stupid. It's nice. It's kind of cool. It's a cool little Tesseract. I think it's nice. You mean that sexy Tesseract? Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Fucking sexy Tesseracts. We love them. I'm going to make stickers. If I can find a place that'll let me make stickers. All right, so you've gone through. You've cut it down. You've refined it. You got the pacing, and you've added some effects. What are you going to do now? You're going to add sound effects. Again, another one that I haven't been really good at, but I mean, like, I got this thing right here. That does it for me most of the time. Sorry if I just got louder. I feel like when I'm editing, I have to, like, boost it by like 6 dB. But I got sound effects on the soundboard, which kind of get inside of the other things sometimes. So I mean, I put them in there like artificially throughout the stream. I rarely do sound effects. I'm so bad at editing. No. I barely do sound effects too. And that's a thing that I need to work on, because sound effects don't actually have to be like upfront and egregious. They can be like subtle. Like the guy that I was showing you did a piece of an edit where Logan was throwing boxes at his friends, and he added a punch sound effect so to like amplify it. Stuff like that, you know? Make little funny things happen. That's what you do. I'll be better at it in the future, I promise. I'm making better videos. There's so much stuff I gotta do. But after you add the sound effects, again, go back through, rewatch it. Trust me, it'll be great. And then the hard one, the very hard one actually, is music. As you see, I put music in my stuff. I'll open another one for this. We'll open, you can see all the things I've been working on. Like the video that just came out, right? Can we get the screen cap of you as an emote? What screen cap? Which one are you talking about? What screen cap? Logan Paul smells like cheese. Guys, focus. So this, like, adding music should be to do one of two things. It's to either enhance the emotion of what you're having them watch, or to like give a specific mood to what they're watching, or like that. Well, like this. So many more things. You should do it. Hold on, sorry. You should do it like this. It brings so many more things. New PvP, raids with 2 sides to the war. No, you get like actual like wartime propaganda on both sides. The game is now a fun game. with a good story. Right? And then the other one should be if you're just a talking head and you want to talk about stuff. Should be jailer decided that they a nice little like background. Second, and most importantly, he does not have any power. So that's like the two instances to use music. And I also use music to kind of enhance moments. So like, and you learn that his big bad plan is actually just trying to make the afterlife a lot more fair for everybody involved. Right? So I took the music out to help amplify a moment. So it's, look, man, it's really hard to explain. You had to, this, you want like this? I can do that. I can make that. Can we get a stream of you going Super Saiyan? Sure. It's really hard to explain how to put things in that feel right, but like when you'll know when you have it, you know? That's not a good way of explaining. Look, usually if you're just talking, you'll want to play something low. Like I have the Animal Crossing music. Sometimes in stream, I'll pull something up like this. And we'll have like a nice little bit of music. Right? So I'm giving you the mood. It's a little cozy stream. We're just hanging out. But if I wanted to give you guys the idea that we're doing something cool and exciting, then we'd be doing this. Today, we're gonna take on a fucking dragon. And we're not gonna stop until I'm dead. You know, it's stuff like that. Like you want to enhance the things with music, not, just put it there to put it there. Dubstep. Perfect. Yep. There you go. Dubstep in every video. And that's it. And then a very important thing that I did at the beginning of this video, and I do in a lot of my videos now, is called the hook. And I usually take the hook after I'm done editing the rest of the video. That way, you get like a nice fully edited hook. Now, there's a lot of like science and other like weird, uninteresting things that go on in the world of the hook. But essentially, you want to make something 7 seconds long that will hook the viewer in. So I put more things. New PvP. Raids with two sides to the war. No, you get like actual like wartime propaganda on both sides. The game is now a fun game with a good story. Now, that was more than 7 seconds. It's actually double the time, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But essentially what you want is 7 seconds, preferably highly edited at the beginning of the video to show people what they have in store. So for this, I took all of my points from when I rewrote the World of Warcraft story currently, and I put it at the beginning so that people could see that the things that I have rewritten turn into a better game that they would want to play. Fair enough. So that is the editing process. Do you guys have specific questions about editing that you want me to answer before I move on? Because the next part is titles and thumbnails. Damn, is that a nested sequence? Is that nested sequence a multicam sequence? Yeah, okay, so what happened was I didn't increase the volume for all of these, and so instead I had to go in and kind of, because Denathrius, it was too low, so I had to go in and raise it. Today, I will be talking about. I didn't want to make it bad. And then this was the entire setup for the stream. I will say I've been using a new thing recently to do like my first cuts with, called Descript, and I've talked about it a couple of times because I like it a lot. I'll pull it up. Here's Descript. Don't worry about this. But I can make a new project and it'll, let's do, can I just, new project, test. And then I can take, a video, something I've recorded, like this setup that I have for a collab video coming out on Thursday, and I'll throw it in here. I'm going to give you guys the rundown. Oh my God, let me do it. It wants to be mean to me today. But this is so good, I'm actually paying for it. And then I had a stroke of genius, and we'll probably start using multicams even more in the future. Oh, yeah. Except it's high-pitched. It's not letting me take it for right. I don't know why. It's being, it's initializing. Okay. Delete. It's being dumb right now, which is not great because I'm trying to show it off to you guys. And why I like it so much. I want to show it off. New project. Bigger test. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. So I take the video, the raw video, right? Yeah, that was an accident. Oh, yeah. Thank you. So what it does is it just takes your entire video and it creates a transcript from it. And you can edit the video by editing the transcript. And I have said so many times in my editing career, if I have to edit another fucking interview, I will end my life. I hate cutting interview type things. And I continue to have to do it because that's like 80% of editing. So you got to cut down people talking and it sucks. TOS. I hate with a strong passion. Welcome, Hunter. I'm glad you're here. Hey, shush. TOS is fine. Look, we don't need. Hey, look. Hey, Twitch mods. If you're in here, Twitch staff. Look, you understand. Why are you all saying TOS? Please, I didn't do anything. No, please. I promise. I'm a good boy. Please, I really don't want to. Anyways, gone too soon. What did this stream turn into? A lot. Okay, so now it's ready. Nobody clipped that. All right, so I have this big script now, and if I just want to cut something out, I just go like this, right? And now the video's cut. That's a different Michael, yes. Hi, I'm Michael. Have you ever wanted to meet a famous person? And so I can go through and I can take this whole thing and I just cut out what I want, right? Take everything out that I don't want and just cut it out. And it'll be left with this nice short video that I can export straight into Premiere. It'll give me an XML file. I'll drop it in. Not only will it make me the cut video with the cuts so I can like go in and readjust timing and stuff, it'll also give me a transcript that I can put in and do stuff like this. Here it is. Look, I have subtitles on this whole video. Well, I do. It gave me more subtitles, but I cut them out. And I didn't have to type these. That's like, look, my biggest secret for this whole thing, I'm going to tell you right now. My biggest secret, Descript. It's so good. It's so cool. Look at that. This video is coming out on Thursday, by the way. It's already done. Look at that. And it times it, and it does everything for you. It's beautiful. Like, awesome tool. I pay for it now every month. It's one of my new things. So that's my little editor's secret after doing it for so long, that having to cut it down myself and then add subtitles myself sucks ass. It's called Descript. I'll put it in chat. Descript. Here's the website for it. It's descript.com. It's so good. You can also like do straight recordings to it too, and it'll do the same thing. I think the standard is you get like 3 hours of practice time, but it's very cool. It is very cool and it's very useful. I like take my streams and I just drop them in there and just cut out the shit I don't want. And it's so nice. Let's go back to me. Do you guys want me to, I can take a quick little breaky break, like a little ad break, so that I can breathe for a moment before we get to the last part, which is the third part, which is titles and thumbnails. And then we can go through and ask more questions about stuff. Commercial. Yeah, commercial. No script. What? Descript. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to take a little break, a little breaky break. Be right back. Yeah, welcome to And Alive, home to all your favorite things you've ever watched. We've got shows, emotes, niche internet celebrities, and Greg. I'll come down to your level. How about that? I'll come down to your level. Are you doing okay? If you subscribe now, you'll get wonderful perks like shows, emotes, niche internet celebrity. Do you like ads? Who doesn't? Wait, you give me money, I give you a kiss on the lips. Look at all these shows we have. And more importantly, we have shows. And if you don't believe me about the high quality productions that are put on here, take it from some other people.
And alive!
Decent production quality. Andalive. Andy is a fucking homie. I'm a fan of this homie.
So what are you doing? Subscribe today. It takes so much to produce a smile these days. And we're back. And we're back. And we're back. And we're back. Okay. So what have we learned so far? We've learned that you need to structure your streams or your videos to what you want to make. Then you got to edit them in a simple process where you cut everything out and you make it really good. And then you add a bunch of stuff to it so people like it. Now we're going to talk about thumbnails and titles. You guys want to know a very important lesson here about titles and thumbnails? I'll show you a very important thing about titles and thumbnails. This stream right here is going to end up being a video, believe it or not. And believe it or not, I have a title and thumbnail ready. Now, let's be real. Probably not like the most impressive thumbnail you've ever seen. And I'll go into it, right? How to edit your streams for YouTube, and I have the thumbnail. The whole point here is you need to have a title and a thumbnail before you even make the video. You don't have to have them made. I was just trying to make a point that you can. In fact, I actually have somebody who makes them, Tour de France. Shout out. I make some of them. He makes some of them. It's pretty 50-50 right now. Thanks, Career Point. But I'll show you exactly why I did this. How to edit your streams for YouTube. And look at the videos that pop up. And you gotta compare and contrast one to the others. These are the top videos that pop up, right? So the very top video has this guy and Ludwig and 1 million views. I took something kind of similar, did the same thing, because that one's one of the more successful ones out of all the other ones here. And then you have the how to edit gaming streams for YouTube, video editing for Twitch streamers. It's, again, not a great thumbnail. Has the person in it. Don't know who this is. Don't really care about her. Algorithm moment. Yes, algorithm moment. So this guy, it's Alpha Gaming. He puts himself in the thumbnails because he's a clickable face. People see his face and they go, oh, I've seen this guy before. I'm going to click it. For me, what's up, Nate? For me, I don't get that luxury. People don't click on my face. So I am using Ludwig as clickbait because this is the same editing style and the same stream techniques that he uses to make his videos. YouTube's algorithm is perfection. Blushy banned for 5K bits. Why are you banned? Why were you banned? 10 out of 10 would click on your face. Anyways, my point is that you need to look again at the things around what you're trying to make and make a thumbnail that looks similar but also clickable for, YouTube. She banned me because someone said 5K bits to ban me and said it's okay, you can. Well, welcome. We're talking about how to edit. We're actually at the last part, which is talking about thumbnails and titles. So that was the big advice. Have a title and thumbnail ready. My thumbnail's ready. My title's ready. I'm good to go. I got this script. We're making the video like right here, right now. And it's great. So I also wanted to talk about the difference between is the Ahid Tesseract for the clickable thumbnail. Actually, you should have seen it already. We're going into my dashboard, so don't look too hard. But yes, the Ahi Tesseract is one part of the clickable part of the video. Is it showing up? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that is there. It's blurred out though. That'd be fun. And you can tell, like I've been trying different styles to see what works and what clicks. And to be very honest, the one that reached over 8,000 views, very simple. Very simple. Screenshots my stats. We can look at my stats. I'm very like about them. And this video is out today, by the way. The he could have saved World of Warcraft. Very niche video. I'm working on that. Okay, we're gonna get the audience for it. And then Thursday is how to collab with big streamers. So get ready for that one. Okay. So how do we make a good okay. I wanted to talk about the difference between clickbait titles and thumbnails, real titles and thumbnails, and anti-clickbait. Step 1, ransom. Very true. That's what it is. So let me get over here. Let's get some examples of clickbait. I'm sure I can find some immediately. Yeah, here we go. So some easy clickbait thumbnails would be Facebook is finally dying. The Tifa Lockhart experience. I don't know what that means. Nintendo forces Gilva Center to delete their channel. From unemployed to you can't see it, but from unemployed to the top of Twitch. 5 more editing mistakes that YouTubers do that I hate. Stuff like that. And then you got those are clickbaits, right? They're not necessarily a lie, that you want the Tifa link. You can just see it's the video right there. They're not necessarily a lie, but they might be stretching the truth a bit, right? Like Facebook is finally dying. Is Facebook finally actually dying? Probably not. But I mean, in some ways, it could look like it is, and that's a very, I'd say that's a decent thumbnail, because you generally don't want your title to be in the thumbnail as well, and you also kind of don't want that many words in it either. But again, we're looking at it, and it's clickable, and I could do that. So simple. This one is more so what I'm thinking about is because another thing that I put in here to talk about is that too many words or too many pictures or too overproduced will make people not want to click on it for some reason. And for the same reason, sometimes the simplest thumbnails, the easiest ones, are the ones that get clicks. So which one would I have rather clicked on, this Facebook video or the Tifa Lockhart video? It's probably the Tifa Lockhart video. Or Osu Players Plays Aim Lab. Again, very simple. What's a good example for one that has too much going? Like this one right here. This thumbnail has way too much going on, and I know that it's just like a shot from the video, but the people are barely noticeable. The background has a lot of different things happening to it, and there's no like clear like what's going on in it, and you want to avoid that. Let me see if I can find one that has an example of too many words. Sonic Advance without pressing right. It's very straightforward. And I don't know. I don't know if there's a better way to do that one. This isn't for me. But we got this one, which Max Mofo is just opening a leg. This one with it's kind of hard. That Sam Heidfeld is wacky. He really is. It's kind of hard to say like what works and what doesn't, because when you think about it too hard, you don't know. But when you're looking at it, you know what you'd click on. Like this, I have this video over here that's trying to teach me about colors. And I'm not that interested in the video about colors, so I'm not going to click on it. It keeps recommending it to me. I don't want to click on it. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. So we looked at clickbait. An example of like real titles would be this one. This is actually this one. Osu Player Plays Aim Lab, and it's just a dude who played Osu playing Aim Lab. It's that dirt simple, and sometimes it's great. Is this your feed? Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, man. Show me yours. Show me yours, and I'll show you mine. And then there's anti-clickbait, which is what I have for the new video. The anti-clickbait thumbnail, which is he can save. Wow. It'll probably pop up. Oh man, look at how clickable there it is. I have an anti-clickbait thumbnail and title for this one. So the way that it works is that you would have the title that has a something interesting, like he could say World of Warcraft, and then who is that person? It's the one guy that nobody likes about World of Warcraft. And so that's what's called the anti-clickbait thumbnail. You have a question and an answer in the title and thumbnail. I literally never log into mine. If you must know, it's only near soundtrack videos. All right, well. This was essentially what I wanted to do. If you guys are at all satisfied with the things that I've taught you, has anyone got any questions about how to do shit? Because I look way too into all of it, and I spend too much time researching things. And so, if you have questions on how to succeed in the creator space, ask me questions. Fucking gross. I feel like Relly ran away. He's like, I don't want to listen to this anymore. Same with Hunter. I feel like they both kind of went, no, it's too late now. I scared them off. How do you edit video? Okay, so you're gonna you're gonna print it out frame by frame, and you're just gonna take the ones that you don't want, and you're gonna cut them, right? You're gonna cut them physically like that, and then after that, hi Sybil, welcome, welcome back. After you cut them, then you're gonna go and you're gonna draw like words on the ones you like, and then you're gonna go back through and you're gonna take pictures of them, and then you're gonna put the pictures side by side in Photoshop. I think I just need to actually try editing more. I feel like I don't stretch my creative muscles much. So this being said, hey guys, now that I've taught y'all how to edit something, y'all want to do a fun editing stream on the 22nd? What? What's up, Steven? I can put some music on now because you literally just held a masterclass to mobilize your viewers to work for you. What the fuck? Hey, man. If you can't beat them, join them, you know? Now go. Go forth and make my videos. No, but really, I do wanna do a fun editing stream. So, Eric, if you wanna join in, Julian, if you wanna, what kind of pacing tips do you have for retention, or should I wear a mask? So, I'm gonna take this as a serious question. If you think about your favorite moments in like videos or movies or TV shows, the way that pacing works is that you have like the setup, right? You have the setup for a joke or a moment, and then you have something that elevates that moment. I'm thinking like it was a serious question. Okay, great. You like in spelling bee, right? So in spelling bee, I have these like really quick little moments where people are spelling things, but sometimes they'll spell a word and then I'll just stop. And we call that anticipation or building up what's the fucking word for it? You're like hyping up a moment, and then you tension. Yes, you build up the tension, and then you release the tension in a satisfying way. So, the way that you'd want to do. Actually, let me just pull this up. Where's that guy that I was showing? He did a really good thing for pacing. Let me find it. And then you bust. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Thank you for bringing it in. And this guy did a how-to edit as well. Now, how to edit a Logan Paul sketch. Let me get to the part where they talk about it, like right. Is it here? Yeah, okay.
Moving on to one of the most important parts of this video.
It's been 48 hours minimum, so feel free to go ahead and go choke your chickens.
Out of context, this is really odd, but it just follow through.
It still fucking kills me.
Bro, this was not my idea. This is why I hired Hayden. He sent me this, and I was dying. The creation of life and sexual intercourse and a train going through a fucking tunnel? Who's doing this shit? That's why this was hard, because I shot this. I had no idea how to like appropriately show like jerking off. To be honest with you, there's no like good way to do that except this.
This doesn't feel right when the next cut is them talking about it. That's too quick. I want that passage of time. I want that visual suggestion of what they're doing. Similar thing. You didn't know what to do, and I took that as an opportunity to interpret it, and it worked. It's what sold that joke. Yep. So that's maybe the one time I can say editing.
So I do it in some of my editing, but I don't think I pace well enough yet. But what he did basically right now is he took a moment and he thought, how could I stretch this out to really like sell the moment? Right? And so he said, well, I could do this and I could make it a funny little cheeky thing where they're going to go jerk off and I'm going to show like an old school like SpongeBob episode basically. Yeah, how can I pad this? But not pad it in a way where it makes it longer, pad it to where it makes it interesting. Right? So he walks into a door and he's going to go jerk off, right? That's not cool. That's not interesting. That's like, But I mean, like, it's an important part of the video that he can't cut out. So how do you make it funny? How do you make it interesting? It keeps you watching. And God damn it, if that man didn't do it right. Pacing is a very hard thing because it's like 90% feel. And pacing can be done in one of two ways. You can do how I've been doing recently and just cutting out the things that don't work. Or you can find ways to make things work. But generally, if something is taking too long or you get bored watching it, then you just cut it out. That's my answer for pacing. Fuck pacing, become absolute timing chaos. All right, well, that's it, everybody. Good night, everybody. Stupid. BRB gonna recut Twin Peaks. Perfect. There's something else over here. You literally just held a masterclass to mobilize the viewers to work for you. What the fuck? Yeah, we did that. I'm blown away by this big brain shit. It's a timeshare scam. Great. Good night. We're still here. We're still here for a moment. I think it'd be fun. Do you guys want to watch me make a couple of like shitty YouTube thumbnails? I think that could be fun. Let me open up. Let me close Premiere first. Let me open up Photoshop. All right, chat. Give me the title for a banger YouTube video, and we're going to make a thumbnail for it. It can literally be anything. It doesn't matter. This is what we're going to do now. You guys want to watch me make? I'm a maker. You guys want to watch me make? Amaranth did what to my uncle? Hungry Hippo's gone sexual. All right, hold on. Amaranth did what to my uncle? Hold on. Okay. I like that one. All right, so now we need a picture of Amaranth. This is great. This is great. Oh, wait, I gotta show you guys. We're in Photoshop. All right, I gotta get a picture of Amaranth. One that I'm allowed to have. I think this one's pretty good. Maybe. It might be too blurry. Yo, this is clickbait. I totally clicked. I am baited. You can be baiting something in a moment. You know what I'm saying? She. Whew. God, I gotta get. We're just gonna use this one. JPEG. Throw it in here. Great. All right. Sybil, look away. I feel like this is too much. I'm gonna get rid of it before Twitch shows up and gets me banned. Let's get a less. Yeah. Okay. Why are all of these so low quality? For a woman who takes pictures of herself, all of these pictures are low quality. Okay, here we go. Amaranth did what to my uncle? I also kind of like this background, so I'm going to see if we can find a way to make it. You guys want to see some like nightmare fuel? This will be fun. I need to select this area. We'll just... What do you mean? All right, I'm going to do this. We're going to see if I can get this to work. Oh, okay, that's why. Content aware fill. Let's see some nightmare stuff happen. Oh, it's actually not too bad. I'll do it on the side now. Sybil just texted me. I'm concerned. Where's Julian where you need him? Oh, she's tired. Is this person's Uncle Julian? Could be. Do you want it to be? I can make it Julian. Apply. Okay. All right. Cool. So we got Amaranth. Do it. Okay. You got a good picture of Julian? Because I don't have very many at the moment. If you can send me a picture of Julian, I was just gonna pick like stock uncle. You have 10 billion. See, I was just gonna take like this man. I was just gonna take like this man right here and just throw him in here. Poot, are you making Twitch angry? You putting swears in there? We don't swear on this stream. We just get this man. I didn't think that was a website. Oh. What are you trying to put in there? Sorry, Daddy Twitch. Okay, so we got Amaranth and we got this uncle. God. And then we got to do the classic, right? We got to do the classics. So I'm going to get a circle. Oh, I need a... We're just going to make a circle. Maybe. No. I'll just draw one. You get red and a circle. And I'll make it a little bit smaller. Just do like question marks. That's it. That's your clickbait thumbnail. Amaranth did what to my uncle? Do one of these. Maybe add a little drop shadow. That's too much of a drop shadow. Let's fix that. Holy shit, why is it so far? And then a drop shadow on him. Oh no, I got it. There we go. There it is. Amaranth did what to my uncle? What do you guys think? Here, I'll do good thumbnail. Yes, no. Do a little 1 minute one. Whoop. All right. We'll do a little poll. Good thumbnail. Yes. No. Put a little 1 minute there. That's the thumbnail video is history of whittling. I like that. That's pretty funny. Oh, there's Steven. Okay. All right. I'll save it. We'll do it. Alternatively, Steven wants me to put this one in for the uncle. Let me just cut this out real quick. Watch, Julian's gonna show up like right now, and he's gonna go, "What the fuck? Get away from me!" This is not a good. This is not a good picture, Julian or Steven. I can't do this one. This is too much. I got edit too much of it to make it work. This is a masterpiece. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, find another. I'm going to move on to Hungry Hungry Hippos Gone Sexual. This one's going to be very easy. We got Hungry Hungry Hippos. This one might be a little busy, okay? But stick with me, all right? I got a plan. It's going to work. Good night, King. Okay. This one's going to be so stupid. All right. So first we got to get the background. And I'm going to blur the background because Hungry Hungry Hippos Gone Sexual. I want it to be kind of distinguishable, but not too much. Okay. And then I got to take this. Stick with me here. Okay. Stick with me here. It's going to be weird for a moment, but trust me. This is awful. No, just stick with me. It'll make sense, I promise. This is just like a little hidden guy in the corner. Sticking. Okay. Here we go. That hippo about to have another pearl necklace. Oh, that man needs his hands back. There we go. Okay. And here we go. We're getting to the meat and potatoes of it now. God, this is. And then wait, and then wait. And then we're going to. What? Pixelate that. There we go. It might need to be bigger. We'll find out. Then we do the same thing for the surprised man, where I take his junk. And then I'm going to do one of these. I think the hippo head needs to be a little. We'll do the hippo head again. Right? So we got to get like this. Why you guys why are you so surprised at the atrocity that's being made right now? Right? I feel like this is pretty par for the course for what's going on in my head half the time. And then I'll just do this. I'm gonna start going to church again. I should call her. And then I'll just have the little guy back here. I feel like this whole shebang needs to like move center and be a little more. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we need a little more hungry hippos. This is art. Okay. I'm really fond of my use of masks. Sure, there's one hungry hippo. Needs to look a little more gritty. That's what I'm thinking too. Or maybe it just needs to be like stupid. Oh, wait, I figured it out. I'm waiting for one that says PNG that actually says PNG. There we go. No. Okay. It just needs to have something, you know? Oh, no. I feel like that's okay. It's hungry hippos gone sexual. A bunch of white spheres. There's so many bad things that we could do to this. And I don't like any of them. I need some music playing though. X-ray cam. Oh no, I was thinking about putting like a thought bubble and then having the person in the hungry hippo suit. Oh my god, his pants. They're just there. I was thinking of getting the person in the hungry hippo suit and just, oh my god, please just let me move the tiny person in the hippo suit, please, thank you. And putting like a thought bubble where it's like, haha, it's me, the person in the hungry hippo suit. But no, I think this is good. I think this is, I think this is okay. Do we have any more ideas for clickbait thumbnails that I can make? Zam. Here, I'll put Zam in there for you. Zam. I noticed that y'all can't see a small portion of the screen over here. Here you go. My wife ate what? A future funk remix of it. Hell yeah. I've come to the conclusion that 80s Japanese pop is so good for no reason. YouTube short titles are amazing. Well, if that's the case, Poot, why don't we just make one that's like milk? Yeah. I feel like just making one that says milk, and then it's like the YouTube video itself is like a 3-hour seminar on the history of milk. I got a Tesla from my spit. Yeah. I feel like I would have to like make one for that one. Milkies? Question mark. There's a distinct lack of amaranth in this one. Oh no. All right, I'm going to make one more and then I'm going to go sleep because I'm starting to not feel good again. And I'm getting Discord messages. Oh god. Society man. What are you doing here? Just make this the thumbnail. Sleeping is for babies, but I'm tired and I haven't had dinner yet. And this boy got sleep because he don't feel good. I need one banger YouTube clickbait title. All right? We need something egregious. Babies gotta go sleepies. I like that one. This one's very easy. She's how many thousands of years old? Oh no, why is it a square? Oh, no. Neck beard react. Just fill this with white. Great. Okay. This is very easy. So we get Mm. Hold on. I'm making it work. I'm thinking. I have to get the right character for this. I can't do that one. The song is in every playlist, and I'm not mad about it. Come on. You gotta get a good one. I will show back up. I show back up and there's a white rectangle. I'm terrified of this. Look, okay. Hunter, we've moved on. I'm making clickbait thumbnails from people's suggestions. This one is Amaranth did what to my uncle? And then this one is Hungry Hungry Hippos Gone Sexual. In this secluded Chinese village, there's a woman who's reportedly 2,900 years old. And then this one is supposed to be, she's how many thousands of years old? And I'm trying to get an anime lolly, pretty much. Because that's pretty much every anime. It's like, look at this underage girl. She's actually 500 years old. So it's okay if you think she's hot. That's pretty much where I'm going with this. I'll just take this one. So I grabbed Wendy from Fairy Tale. I hate anime. I owe my life to sex and whiskey. Nah, it's good, Steven. You just don't understand art. Oh, the bumps on his head had doctors like, ooh. That's true. That's a good one. This one's gonna make everybody, including myself, uncomfortable. Why is her hair like this? Okay. Bumpy Head Man is my directorial debut. Get ready. Wait. I gotta have another one. Okay. Here's the whole thumbnail. Well, it's not done. I gotta... Tell me this wouldn't get clicks. Ban anime. I agree. Tell me I'm wrong though. This is the only way to do that title. This is the only way to do that title is this right here. Except switch out to other random anime girl. I'm gonna start making my niece make slime and use these thumbnails. Yeah, that's correct. Right? Need motion lines. Okay, I can do motion lines. Anime motion lines. There you go. Good call. Good call on the motion lines. Now that's cutting edge. This baby ran a mile in under a minute. Waluigi Antichrist Iceberg explained. I like that one. We're doing that one. Fuck, I like that one a lot. Oh, I have to run ads. Hold on. Fuck, that one's good. Thank you. Thank you for saving this. Hunter. Oh my god. Okay. So I need the iceberg. I think people have been using this one a lot. I am the Waluigi enthusiast. I have high hopes for this headassery. It's so evocative. Guys. This one's good. I'm so sad Eric had to leave. These are his favorite streams where he just makes stupid shit. Okay. Waluigi. I gotta get it good. I just I put Waluigi and it pulls up this picture of Elon Musk. Alright, do we want like a hyper realistic Waluigi or do we want like the most cartoony Waluigi? First of all, I think that this is a good call for the anime lines, but I think I gotta bring them down a bit. You like hyper realistic? Okay, okay. Realistic Waluigi. Okay, so this is our realistic Waluigi. Let me work my little bit of magic here. Oh no, we gotta keep the mustache. How's this? Woo, yeah. Inside of me, there are two wolves. Okay, so here's our... Oh, wait. Alright, here's our Waluigi. This actually goes hard as fuck. Alright, I gotta flip him horizontal? Yeah. It is a real thick ear for no reason. I'm gonna stretch him out a little bit though. Okay, and I'm gonna move the iceberg over a little. Oop. I'm gonna move the iceberg over a little bit. Okay. Make the iceberg bigger and put it towards the bottom's right. Isn't that what is that not what I just did? Do you want it bigger like this? Okay, well first of all, I gotta make Waluigi the Antichrist, so can I just rasterize the layer? Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of the L. I don't think laser beam eyes. I don't think laser beam eyes are the move. I think just making his eyes red would be enough, which I can do pretty quick. Like that. First of all, I have to make Waluigi the Antichrist was a statement I never thought I'd hear. That's an original sentence for sure. I think I can actually turn this into a cross. I just have to... Oh, fuck. I just gotta figure out how to how to warp it. Again, more things that I didn't think that I'd have to say today. If I single this out. Okay, so I just need like 2 of these. And then I just need to flip this one. Then make a video explaining its actual validity. Hunter, you came back and just turned the whole thing a bit chaotic, and we're living for it. This is what I do, man. And then we merge them. And then I can take it and I can flip it. Right, like this. And I just need to add a little... I just need to clean it up a little bit. But I needed to do this so that I could take just a little smidgen of it. Whoop. And I need to take it and flip it around this way. Unless you think I should probably take it from one of the other ends, actually. That'd be a better idea, I think. I just take like this, copy it, and I take it, and I rotate it just a smidgen. Yeah, okay. And now we clean it up. Easy to make theory confirmed. The real reason Luigi isn't in Smash. Oh. That's how the video starts. How we feeling? How we feeling about it so far? I think his eyes need to be redder, to be honest. I don't think it'll stand out. Very bloodshot eyes. Somebody said he was on a coke bender. Yeah, pretty much what it looks like. Motion lines. All right, now what? Should I make the motion lines red too? I can do that. Horizontal motion lines. Horizontal Motion lines. Ah, okay. You're gonna hate this, but every single one of them that I see right here has a fucking has a watermark on it. The red lines are a nice touch. Okay, great. I can also go in and do this. Womp womp. All right, let's see here. Dark clouds. Okay. I don't want it to be too heavy. Should I give him horns? Do you think devil horns would be good? Locusts, devil horns, okay. Locusts. Locusts would be sick. Another sentence that probably should not have been uttered. And then I'll just duplicate this, and we'll just cut one of them out. Nope. Don't worry. Ah. You do. It's too heavy. The hardness is too heavy. There we go. Given the placement of the first one. Oh shit, you did it. Incredible. And I think this one needs to blend a little bit better. Guys, I don't want to brag, but I'm good at this. I feel like there needs like something in this blank space, like dead Luigi. Oh, Luigi's a ghost. Oh, but how do I get it? Ghost Luigi. That's gonna be so hard to get. Is there like a worried toad? There's always a worried toad. Hunter, take your pick. Which one do we want? Oh, sorry. Take your pick. It needs text. I was thinking that too, but I didn't know what. The running one. This one? Hot air coming from Waluigi's nose. What if I put a bunch of toads on the iceberg? Is that too much? Put him on the iceberg. Did it just running? You made me laugh, so I don't think so. I like how that's your gauge for this. Is to not take a bunch of toads and just put them on there because it made you laugh when I said it. I'll have you know that people come for miles to hear my ideas. And when they laugh at them, they like them. Sometimes more. I'm putting up the going to the gym for this. Nose steam. That's what I'm putting in. Cartoon. You have no good car ideas. Nose air. Okay, cartoon air. I have not seen I Think You Should Leave. I can't add a forehead vein. I don't know how to make that look realistic with the look we got. Should I just make Waluigi bigger? Would that do it? If I just I feel like that does it. It does show. It shows through the hair. That's on anime characters. That's true. Forehead vein anime. I'll put it in here because you'll hate it. Just this one. He Antichrist. I think it's good. I think if I do this, and I merge it, and I give it a little drop shadow, so there's some dynamic to it, and I give it an outer glow, where it's like a nice red outer glow. Too aggressive. There you go. That's incredible. Okay, great. Guys, we did it. We made 4 clickbait thumbnails. Here's the final ones. Should we vote on the best one? I don't think so, because we already know which one's the best one, and it's definitely this one. Save them all. Okay, I'll put them in. I'll put them in the Discord. Need a moment here. Superb stream. Thank you. Sometimes I feel like they're not. Wow is the title of this one. Let me save them all. If you're not a part of the Discord and you want to see these, then go hop in the Discord. There's a button to do so. I will make the most serious music for it. You want me to make the Waluigi video? I think that could be fun. We could do that. I'm finishing up exporting these, sorry. And now I'll throw them all into Discord. I need like an actual iceberg for that though. So why is he the Antichrist? Who knows? Can you export as .wave? Sure. All right, they're all in there. We made thumbnails. Cool. This was a fun stream. I still do what I want to. You absolutely are allowed to, Relly. You're absolutely allowed to. Don't let anyone tell you what to do or what's right. That's the moral. The moral of this stream is do what you want regardless of what people tell you is right, because only you know what's right for you, and there's definitely not an algorithm that takes care of things that you need to adhere to, or else you're not going to get things shown to people. All right, hold on. Before I turn the music up, Thursday is going to be a very fun stream. We're gonna do a you laugh you lose, but there's a punishment, and the you laugh you lose was curated by my friends. I have not seen these videos. I'm terrified, to be honest. And I'm gonna have the wheel. The wheel's gonna be back. There's gonna be punishments. It'll be great. You have some bangers in there for me. I'm so scared. But yeah, we're gonna have a you laugh you lose. I'm gonna have to do some punishments. Oh my god, if I laugh, I have to do a punishment. We already got fun punishments like thick water and hot chip. I'll probably add more. That's good. We'll tell Julian that because he's working on the video right now. Or he actually sent me one. So if you need to get him in, you need to get him in quick because he already sent me a video. But yeah, you'll find out on Thursday. Thick water on Thursday, baby. We're doing it. We're doing this thing. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was a fun stream. Glad to have you all here. I'll see you on Thursday. Peace.